Welcome back, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer, the channel that brings you silver videos every single day of the week. So make sure you subscribe and definitely click the bell so you're immediately notified anytime anything important comes out related to silver. And since everything affects the price of silver, I'm basically giving you guys the latest news about anything important that happens around the world, geopolitically, economically, anything, right? It's your one-stop shop around here. Guess what day of the week it is, though? It's Monday. First, we have a very important piece of information that came out. Fed rate hike pause, speculation boosts silver. So silver's rallying near 3-month highs. But there's also another reason why today is important. Monday is the day that Miles Franklin posts their new weekly deals. Every single Monday, Miles Franklin gives new silver, gold, and platinum deals. All three metals, silver, gold, and platinum, every Monday, new deals. But it's also Cyber Monday. We have even more deals. You want to know what they are? Check this out. Dealer's Choice 10-ounce bars, $1.49 over spot, 4-bar minimum, $1.49 over spot. We also have the 5-ounce Nordic Mint bars. This is silver, which is $1.99 over spot, 10-bar minimum. We have the 10th-ounce Gold Eagles, $32 over melt, 5-coin minimum. And we also have the 1-ounce Silver Britannias, $2.69 over spot, 50-coin minimum. If you guys want to take advantage of these deals, to send an email to info@milesfranklin.com. Let them know Silver Slayer sent you. Say, hey, I want to purchase, some of the Cyber Monday deals, or ask what a price list is if you want anything else, because they have basically anything. Anything you could imagine, they probably have it and have some good prices for it. So info@milesfranklin.com. Let them know Slayer sent you. They will hook you up. Let's jump into this article. And I actually have another article as well. It's a cool article from investinghaven.com. So think about this. Investing Haven, they talk about everything. They talk about AI stocks, silver stocks, energy stocks, lithium, crypto, gold, anything. But they made a post titled, "Which commodity will outperform in 2024? Which commodity out of everything, the stock market, oil, gold, crypto, which one do you think they said is going to outperform the best?" You probably guessed right, folks. What is my name? My name is Silver Slayer for a reason. I didn't pick silver out of a hat. So let's jump into this first article. Silver price forecasts, Fed rate hike pause, speculation boosts silver. Silver right now is approaching $25, and I'm sure it will hit there soon enough. So highlights: silver reaches a 3-month high influenced by a weaker dollar. Investors eye Fed's rate cut timing amid inflation strategy, and market anticipates Fed's policy easing in early of next year. So there's some important stuff here. First, 3-month high, that's going to drive demand. Just from that statement alone, it will catch people's attention, but also influenced by a weaker dollar, which we all know with 2 wars and everything going on, that will also affect precious metals when people turn towards safe havens in times of economic uncertainty or wars. And that's why next year I think is such a critical and opportunistic point for silver or someone wanting to get in, because with everything given right now, seems like one of the last times we might see $24, $25 silver. We have the 2024 election, everything. I mean, especially with the USD basically getting denominated as the world's reserve currency. People are saying, you know what, I don't want the United States greedy little fingers in our pockets. We're going to go a different direction. So silver soared to a 3-month high, buoyed by weakening U.S. dollar and speculation that the Federal Reserve may pause its rate hikes. Spot silver surged 1.20% to $24.63 an ounce, marking its highest point since early September, while U.S. silver futures experienced a modest rise. Influencing factors and economic indicators. The movement in silver prices is largely attributed to the softening U.S. dollar and the anticipation of a potential shift in the Federal Reserve's interest rate policy. A softening dollar. And with that said, we know that is going to dramatically affect the price of silver, since there's negative correlation. Why? Because silver is a direct threat to the dollar. Because silver is taking control of your wealth. The dollar is giving your wealth to the government. You're at their mercy. It's not really your dollar. It's a promise to you that it's worth $1, but the dollar's lost 98% of its purchasing power. So is that promise true? Can you trust that? You're at the mercy of the government, which is throwing billions this way, hundreds of billions this way, worth $34 trillion. No, I would rather take control of my wealth and put it into something of real value like precious metals. And that's why when the dollar is low, silver is going to rise and vice versa. It's like switching seats on the Titanic. Anything pegged to the dollar is also going down with it. So stocks, anything like that, it's going down with it. That's why physical precious metals is the direction. It's the safest. That's why they're called safe haven assets. Global economic events, including a postponed OPEC meeting and various inflation reports, are under scrutiny. The broader currency market saw the U.S. dollar struggling near a 2-month low, influencing silver's attractiveness to international investors. The dollar index, indicating a potential monthly loss, further underscores this trend. You see how there's a couple different things pushing towards silver's favor: market sentiment and Federal Reserve outlook. Despite this looming higher for longer inflation control strategy, investors are increasingly focusing on the potential timing and pace of future rate cuts by the Fed. Market pricing suggests a chance of policy easing by early next year, and this anticipation is set against a backdrop of recent data indicating a slowdown in U.S. inflation, fueling speculation of a sooner-than-expected easing of monetary conditions. Remember, they use the word speculation a lot. Why? Because everything is just going off of speculation, perception, assuming. And right now, when you have 2 wars going on and the world is on fire, a lot of that assuming that perception is negative. Fear, uncertainty, doubt, rightly so, is going to affect people's decision making. And when they're investing and when they're making decisions with their money, you could see why that could be potentially bad or good if you look at it realistically and know what to do with your money, like invest in precious metals, gold or silver, then you might be okay. A lot of people, don't go that route, or you don't even know that they have that option to go that route. That's why I love when I can turn someone into a silver stacker that never heard about silver before, because now at least I gave them the option that they know that they could invest into something to protect their wealth. So with the market's attention turning to upcoming U.S. GDP PCE price index reports, the short-term outlook for silver hinges on these economic indicators. The current sentiment, influenced by a mix of weakening dollar and Fed policy expectations, presents a cautiously optimistic view for silver prices in the near future. So here is the technical analysis. I'm not going to go too much into that, but to summarize, the trend suggests that silver could maintain its bullish tone in the short term, provided it stays above these critical support levels. So I might as well show you guys the support levels then, since that could depend on what silver is going to do. So the minor support level is $24.49. The main one is $23.55, and that will reinforce a bullish stance. So as long as it stays above $24.49 or $23.55, we could continue to see this price go higher. Now here's the article from investinghaven.com that talks about anything investing. Remember, this isn't the Silver Institute. This isn't, a site that posts silver related topics every day. This is just a random investing, so not random, but it's an investing site. Which commodity will outperform in 2024? While it is true that some commodities will do well in 2024 and 2025, it's only a select few that will do well. Here is our viewpoint on which commodity will outperform in 2024. I think they do mention a couple, but there's definitely one that they say takes is going to come out on top as king. With the explosion in commodity prices back in the first quarter of 2022, the commodities supercycle narrative was created. Investors continue to believe that all commodities will move higher. While it is true that some commodities will do well in 2024 and 2025, we hasten to add it's a select few that will do well. Here's our viewpoint on which commodity will outperform in 2024. It's so cool that they can do this because there's so many options out there. Think about it. Everyone and anyone can be an investor, but how many of those invest into silver? What percentage? I think it's like 1% of the population owns silver. And that's why Wall Street Silver says like we are the 0.999%. I love that. But so we are writing our 2024 forecasts. One of the key conclusions is that markets should do well in the first 2 quarters of the year, after which we want to assess market conditions in May of June of 2024. Okay, so commodities in 2024. Visibly, the commodities index chart is consolidating. There is no excitement on this chart, nor does this look like a reversal that is ready to explode in 2024. Admittedly, the consolidation is taking the shape of a bullish reversal. However, if we look at the uptrend between mid-2020 and mid-2022, it is clear that this big uptrend requires a big consolidation before an uptrend continuation can take place. That's why we believe that commodities in 2024 will be neutral, except for 1 or 2 commodities that might do very well in 2024. So this is important. There will only be 1 or 2 that might do very well. Then they say for 2025, the picture will likely change. So in 2024, those 1 or 2 commodities, they say, is you might have an idea or, an assumption on which one that is or 2 that is. But then they say 2025, this will change. The commodities that will do well will differ. The overall commodity trend might change as well. Much will depend on how the consolidation that is visible on the next chart will develop. Copper in 2024. If anything, copper is one of the most important commodities, paving the way for the overall commodities trend in 2024 and 2025 and beyond. In a way, copper has a leading indicator characteristics in the commodities universe. The copper chart since 2021 shows an uptrend followed by a decline and consolidation, somehow similar to the commodities index chart shown above. What's more, copper in 2024 will face a serious challenge. While the price of copper is above the multi-year falling trend line or support line, it is also below the 50% retracement level, which is the resistance. We believe that copper might do well in case it gets past $4, and in doing so, it will be printed a W reversal with its 2022 highs as a first target. We are not saying it will happen, we are saying it might happen. So here we go, silver. And by the way, do you invest in the copper? So silver, 2024. As our silver price forecast in 2024, we continue to believe that silver will be the outlier in 2024. There we go, silver. Why? Because it's a rate sensitive asset. It's a very rate sensitive asset. And as explained in our investor wisdom, be careful with consensus as illustrated by higher rates narrative, the probability of rates having peaked and silver having bottomed is unusually high now. The silver mining chart is now breaking out from a falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern. A lot of people are bullish. And I have actually, I don't even have to say I could. I have covered in the last probably 3 months, at least 30 articles minimum, because I post daily videos. So in the last 3 months, I've posted around 90 plus videos. I could guarantee at least 30 to 40 of those videos were an article from somebody new, not the same website over and over. Someone, which mostly is an experienced, person that isn't just some random Joe Schmo throwing his opinion out there, right? These are These are respected people in the world of investing, and they're mentioning they are extremely bullish on silver. And these aren't even just investors themselves, banks as well, even billionaires. You know how many videos I've posted or how many billionaires I've covered that own silver? That own silver or are saying that silver is a very good option or that they are bullish on silver. So many people, so many. I've covered so many billionaires, the most successful investors in the world that own silver, right? That's not just some ironic situation that all these billionaires just so happen to like silver. That's not the case. And I'm talking about like Bill Gates. Bill Gates owns silver. I'm talking about Jim Rogers, Warren Buffett, Elon Musk bought a silver mine. Any investor that's very successful, I can guarantee, owns silver. Which other commodity might outperform in 2024? There's one more commodity that might do really well. They meant to say there. They said the is one more. It's not just in 2024, but starting in December 2023. What's more, tomorrow, November 27th, might be a secular breakout day for this commodity. And they say, hint, it's not silver. Well, it is November 27th, so we could even look at prices of things and try to see if they were right, just out of curiosity. But right now, look at like the 1 week chart for silver. Like this is insane. For a precious metal, you might say, oh, that's not that much. That's nothing too crazy. But when you're talking about something that goes off fundamentals more than speculation, like silver, like we're not talking about cryptocurrency where Bitcoin could shoot thousands of percent in a couple of months. We're talking about silver here. And this is impressive, and it's looking like it's probably going to keep going higher. There has to be some type of pullback, and I think right here is where that pullback was. It's who knows? The sky is literally the limit when you're talking about something that is purposely held back, manipulated in a corrupt system. And when that corruption breaks through and gets exposed, the sky is the limit. Because you can't put a price on silver because you're pricing it in something that is basically worthless, right? A dollar that's lost 98% of its purchasing power, continuing to decline in purchasing power, and also the COMEX, which is corrupt in a corrupt system that's manipulating and rigging the price, bankers getting sent to prison for manipulating the price, JP Morgan's employees, by the way. So you can't put a price on it and feel confident in that because there's so many variables that once come to light, which I do think someday they will. The COMEX can't pull this off for too much longer. Like think about the nickel market last year or a couple of years ago. People freezing their accounts or trying to turn in their contracts in a physical delivery, but they're going to delay these contracts or freeze them or just say you can't do that, you have to cash out. That's what most people do, and that's why they can get away with this corruption. They say every ounce of silver you hold in your bare hand, like 250 other people own that same exact ounce, except theirs is just a digit on a screen. So they think that ounce is stored in some vault somewhere for them, but it's not. It's not. It's not. It's a facade. It's not real. But Silver Slayer, I've turned in contracts to physical. Yeah, to some extent they can, but not every contract. If everyone did, it would get exposed, right? And that's why they say that ratio, 250 to 1. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Remember, Miles Franklin has Black Friday, Cyber Monday specials. We have the dealer's choice, which is also my choice, which is the 10-ounce bars, $1.49 over spot, 4-bar minimum. Which, why wouldn't you buy 4 or more if you're gonna get 10-ounce bars for $1.49? I feel like that's the perfect size for a bar as well, 10 ounces. But also the 5-ounce Nordic mint bars, $1.99 over spot, 10 bar minimum. Also another great deal. 10th ounce gold Eagles, $32 over melt, 5-coin minimum. For anyone who's trying to invest in the gold and want to go in a little bit, that is a great deal. I'm sure a lot of you would like, nah, I'm cool on that. I wouldn't, I'm not taking advantage of that deal. Like these two over here, especially the 10 ounce, something I would do. Also the 1 ounce silver Britannias, $2.69 over spot, 50-coin minimum. That's also a great deal if you were looking to get, some Britannias. That is, because Britannias are like some of the most beautiful coins in my opinion. I love Britannias. So yeah. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here, folks. Make sure you subscribe and click the bell so you instantly get notified anytime I post. And you will always be up to date. Always. I never miss a beat. Any time there's an FOMC meeting or leading up to it the days before, what's happening and what are investors thinking and what silver's price is doing, or some big geopolitical news that is affecting the price of silver, or something about the 2024 election, I cover it all. It's like news. It's like your news station, but more silver related, cutting out all the extra BS you don't need to know or that you don't want to know, and on a daily basis, and coming from someone who doesn't work for a corporate network, that comes from an honest and genuine place just trying to help you out. So yeah, anyways, remember, folks, info@milesfranklin.com. Let them know Slayer sent you. If you want these deals, they have everything else as well. And I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, and I hope you guys get some good stuff for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.